building the best global engineering team. Hello everyone, my name is Yuji Murata. I work as an engineering manager. Please follow me on the Twitter or LinkedIn. Appreciate if you visit my blog. Today, I'd like to talk about engineering manager as a career path of the engineer. As engineering manager, I really enjoy my role and responsibility. It's quite interesting job to me. I can make big influence to the team. At the same time, it's gonna be big responsibilities. So this is a very meaningful job for me. So I really would like to encourage other people to challenge this. However, most of the kind of engineers are more interested in the specialist role, while we have much less numbers of the engineers are interested in the management, career path. So I recently joined some study sessions hosted by some job career services. The material itself is a private material, so I cannot disclose in this channel. But one of the slides states that more than half people is interested in the technical specialist, while we have a very limited numbers of the people interested in the role of the engineering manager. This means the value of the engineering manager is really increasing in the near future, I think, because most of the company looking for building the in-house development team because of the digital transformation. Every single business try to fund the IT team, specifically development team, so that we can boost up the digital transformation, not rely on the external, vendors. However, to achieve this, having the appropriate engineering manager would be the key. Otherwise, we cannot scale out the chain. One of the reasons I recommend engineers to consider the engineering manager as a career path is actually engineers are good at management in the many cases. Here, let me explain the several reasons. So basically, the engineering, unlike science, is more practical, right? So we need some kind of a basics, theory is required, but it's more important to do some practice. So for example, we need to learn about how database is working, how data structure can be constructed efficiently. Otherwise, we cannot make an efficient computer program. But knowledge itself is useless. We can deliver the value once after we implement some business system, generate the revenue, right? It's super practical. The management is also, we have a series of the theory we can apply for. Actually, we need to learn those theory including some, of course, the system development, knowledges, but also something like finance or coaching, psychologies, stuff like that. We have a series of the theory, but most important thing is practice. That's reason number one. Reason number two is actually we can leverage some of the engineering knowledge to manage team. So for me, actually, the kind of management and architecture is very similar. So for example, when we implement some features in the system, I think that we need to carefully consider the functionality placement, right? So if we have a various component and we need to implement some features, we need to carefully pick up one specific service or one specific class or modules. Otherwise, entire architecture can messed up. And we also need to pay attention how those components will communicate, meaning the interface is very important. Interface has to be unified, interface has to be very organized, otherwise it won't work. Actually, those things are very similar to the team management. We need to have the appropriate setup for the team. We need to set up the consolidated protocol to be defined to for that two or more team communicate right way. Otherwise, everything is messed up, and we need to keep refactor the overall architecture as we adding more features, right? Same to the team. As we team grows, we need to keep kind of improve the overall team structure. Otherwise, the team scale cannot be kind of scale out in the kind of healthy way. So we have a kind of actually we can kind of leverage many kind of knowledges from the engineering in this perspective. For example, like when we kind of defining the interface like API, we need to kind of have the specific kind of protocol is defined. Specific payload has to be defined. Same as inter-team communication. We can set up a specific meeting or a specific channel for the kind of communications or document process, stuff like that. It's very similar. And when you kind of study about the kind of distributed system, you can kind of see a lot of kind of cool features like the distributed system. They can kind of the resilience is higher as the kind of each single node can work independently, similar as the team. We need to kind of think about the resilience of the team. So that in case of some of the player of the team has to kind of be the kind of off for some kind of live event, rest of the team has to kind of making sure to continue the development work or business, right? So we have a lot of things we can utilize from the engineering system architecture knowledges gets applied to the engineering management. So that's why I said engineers are good at engineering management. I hope that this kind of a talk gonna be kind of increasing the kind of attention for the engineers to consider the engineering manager as one of the career paths. I personally really enjoy about it. So if you have any kind of interest for this, please follow this kind of YouTube channel. Or kind of my social media. I am kind of spreading those kind of knowledges and thought. So I hope you can get some idea, and if you expand your perspective of your career. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.